Okay, so now I'm obsessing. I keep trying to get the vehicle to run on gas, but it just won't do it. So now, I mean, I don't know. I stopped at Karamias and I bought two those containers of methyl hydrate, whatever the heck, and I poured them in, but still not working. I can't figure it out. If it runs perfectly on propane, then that would suggest that there's a problem with the gas. But then it could be a problem with something like the fuel pump or some other part of the gas system. So I've arrived in a Soyuz, and as expected, the Haynes Point Provincial Park is full. So you're left with this horrible overflow. There's this long spit of land that goes out to where the actual camping is, and what they'll do is they'll let you park on it, but they charge the same, which I think is a bit ridiculous. They charge $30 a night just as if you were in one of the private sites. I called this big private resort in Soyuz and asked about their rates and everything, and they told me. What they didn't tell me, however, was they don't have any spots. So I left the provincial park where I was, and yeah, there's no spots, so not good. It would have been really nice if they told me that while I was on the telephone with them, because I gave up a nice overflow spot. I just sort of was, it hasn't been a great RV day. More on that later. So I thought, no, I'll come where there's electricity and I'll sort of replenish. And I am definitely not the most mechanical person that ever was. All day long I've been having difficulty. The motorhome wouldn't run on gas. And then eventually I realized the gas tank was empty. I think I probably should have my license taken away for that. I was able to get this really good site, so I'm no longer in overflow here at Haynes Point Provincial Park. That's Soyuz. I'm in Kokanee Provincial Park on Kootenay Lake between Nelson and Caslow. I've done tons of cycling. I've done all kinds of shopping around in all the little towns and everything I passed through. Today was the first time I've actually been into the town of Nelson, BC, and I highly recommend it. It's a funky little town. I never realized that. I thought it was just some sleepy little community. It definitely has a bit of a groove going on. I'll have a look at the back roads guide and see what's around here, and maybe I'll stay, because it's a nice park. It's big, lots of sites, lots of privacy, and because of the time of year, I guess it's darn near empty. So let's see what I decide. There goes the Harrop Ferry back over to the other side of this little branch of Kootenay Lake. It's like a 5-minute ride, just long enough to say I went on a ferry today. This is the Harrop Hall. This is the home of the Harrop Fair. The Harrop Fair happens tomorrow. I can see they're very busy getting ready for it. I'm a day early, which is too bad, because I have a feeling the Harrop Fair would be kind of fun. I pulled into this provincial park just between Nakusp and Farquhar. I'm gonna take a ferry there tomorrow. The sights are absolutely incredible. I had no idea. I just saw the sign and pulled in, and this is what you get, like 20 paces from the motorhome. This is the Lower Arrow Lake. It's a cloudy day, but this sand is so bright or something. This is only the second cloudy day in about 15-16 days of vacation so far, so pretty phenomenal. I'm about to catch the ferry over to the other side of Lower Arrow Lake, I believe. And then I'm in for a 100-kilometer twisty, windy mountain road between Fauquier, and Vernon. So he said the road's good, but it's twisty, windy, and narrow. So that's, I guess, what I would expect. One of the advantages of having a motorhome is, well, when nature calls, you don't have far to go. So nature's calling. So while we're crossing this vast water, I'm going to take a potty break. I have a fear. This vehicle always starts, but you know, it's 25 years old and you don't want to be the first one on a ferry and have your car not start when it's time to get off. So that's sort of what's going through my head right now. And she started. I've just stopped for lunch. I've climbed up 1,200 meters since the Needles Ferry. I stopped here at this little rest area. It's not like any other provincial rest area I've ever seen. It's more like it's just bulldozed out. It looks like you are actually allowed to camp here because there's little sites and everything with fire pits and whatnot, but there's no signage that says that there's any cost or anything to it. The rest of the trip to Vernon should be all downhill. Pretty well all downhill. So that'll be a bit of a gas saver, I think. I had the furnace on for the last 45 minutes or so while I made my egg salad sandwich and replenished my coffee, etc. So we're on our way again. It's Monday. I'm not even sure what date it is. Probably high teens, not sure. Sometime in September. Yeah, I haven't even had the first sips of coffee yet this morning, so once I start drinking that, the brain will start to function better. I hope. It's a beautiful sunny morning after a wicked windstorm last night. I'm definitely not going to stay here though. It's way too open. We're in the grasslands and it's just, there's no real trees or anything like that. And the highway's just up there, and there's a bull over there that was bellowing all night long. So my motorhome never sits level. It sits low in the front end. So I bought these little ramp jobbies, tri-levelers from Lordco. They were $37 each. They're really just hard plastic, but they were worth every cent. So now I just slide these down the front wheels, drive up, and we're as good as done, usually. Leveled to perfection. The road trip is pretty well over. I'm in Manning Provincial Park for my second night tonight. Tomorrow I'll be back in Vancouver. The trip has been really good. I've done about 1,800 kilometers. Scenery is beautiful everywhere I went. There's no part of British Columbia where you're just like, oh, bored. It's lovely, and you go from climate to climate to climate. I mean, I don't know how many Canadian provinces can boast that. Most of my nights have been dry camping. 5 nights out of 21 nights away. I think I've only had full service campgrounds 5 nights. All the rest has been in provincial parks, which I love. It's real dry camping, and you sort of hone your skills on conservation of water and whatnot. I haven't even had to fill my water tanks. I think one thing I've probably learned from doing this is that it is okay to do it on your own. It would be nice to have someone to do it with, but you can't sit around and wait. So you've sort of got to take the bull by the horns and go out and have your adventure. Owning an RV is sometimes a pain in the ass because it's an expensive toy. The whole RV thing, the whole getting and going and stopping and cooking and sleeping and, you know, being in your home and going from spot to spot, that's just an awesome thing. And this is my 3rd year with the motorhome, and I haven't gotten tired or bored with that at all. That's I spent 2 hours cycling today, and the whole time I'm thinking, okay, what's my next motorhome going to be like? So